So, please give a warm Pittsburgh welcome to Grownup Human Common People!
Just hit a button, Marty. Give me a beat.
Oh, man, okay, all right, Oh, yeah, you gotta get swifty. You gotta get swifty in here. It's time to get swifty. You gotta get swifty. Oh, yeah. Take off your pants and your panties. Shit on the floor. Time to get swifty.
All right. Welcome to the show. We're the Humans. We have a couple special guests tonight. First, we've got Dave coming out here. We got Dave Bracey here. Dave. Yeah. So our other guest is running a little late, so Dave's going to sit down and talk to us for a little while. So in the spirit of doing a live podcast, we're going to go right into our Whatchin's Doing segment, which we usually do almost every show. So we talked about some of the stuff last night about what we have all been doing recently. So who wants to go? Who wants to go first? Anybody? Anyone volunteer? Dan? You know?
I don't know. I'm interested to hear. Chris has been experiencing a lot of hardships. He works downtown. He's constantly every day hanging out with homeless folks and people with issues. Actually, his job is hanging out with homeless folks.
That's not my job. I don't hear that.
But I want to hear his story. I want to hear his Whatchin's doing.
We were talking about it last night, and I just really like global warming. I'm a fan of it. And no, it's great because, everybody here, we're in Pittsburgh right now, and August in Pittsburgh is the worst thing you can ever experience. It's normally just sweat, and you want to kill yourself when you walk outside, but global warming has changed that. I'm wearing a sweatshirt right now. It's been great. I love global warming. But the worst part of global warming in August is that, like, the homeless is they're still out there, and they're still dealing with...
I think you said homelesses just now. Sorry. Continue.
The biggest issue you run into when you're downtown is that you run into a lot of homeless people that they're conniving. They're not actually really homeless, and... They're constantly trying to do things. I like Dave's look.
You sound like such a piece of shit right now.
I know.
How do you know that?
It's a horrible feeling to talk like this.
The conniving homeless.
The conniving homeless.
Yeah.
Skeeving on us all the time downtown.
Get a job, sir.
I don't know, man. I mean, I feel like if, that's your hustle, like, that's a hell of a dedication to a hustle. Like, you deserve a couple pennies. Like,
yeah.
I mean, shit.
It's like, I've had to hand out flyers before, and that shit is like, nerve-wracking sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, you really got to commit to that.
Lie to people.
You really do smell like shit, dog. Like, you deserve the $100 you're going to make here on the corner today. Like, I mean, you can consider it performance art at that point. Like, I don't know, like.
Yeah, method acting. It's like method acting, man.
Speaking of smelling like shit, I actually have a story about this that the other day I was on break at work since as Jared said, I work downtown. And one of these people that I've experienced with, and this is the scheming that I'm talking about here. I'm walking down to Market Square, and I'm going to get myself a burrito at Chipotle because I hate my body. And I walk down there, and there's this very innocent-looking woman in a stroller.
In a stroller?
With a stroller, my apologies.
You can't look innocent and be in a stroller as an adult.
That's true. You're right. It's just awkward. So she's
not innocent.
She's talking with your average conservative businessman in a suit with a briefcase. He was obviously, also scheming just in a different point in life. And he's, like, walking away, and he's, like, shoving her off, and she sees me, and I'm like, I'm going to have to talk to this person. I'm going to have to say that I don't have any change. I'm going to have to say that, like, I can't give you any food or booze. So she comes up to me, and the first thing she says, I need help. Listen, I don't need money. That's the first thing. That's the first inclination I know in this situation that she needs money. So she looks at me, and she says, please, listen, this is the scenario. We're outside of CVS. And she says, my baby. I just need diapers. That's what I need. I tried to go in, and I locked my PIN on my debit card. I work in finance, so I know that's a real thing. So already she's grabbing me. I know this is happening. And
she's
I'm
good.
All right.
She's good at this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's valid. She knows because, like, the financial district is right there. So she knows she can pick somebody like that. And she's like, please, you can see my child. And this child's disgusting looking. It's covered in shit. I've never seen a child so disgusting. It looks like Fetty Wap covered in shit. That's what this child looks like. Just...
I don't have a pen. I fucking forgot my pen. Fetty Wap covered in shit is a great hashtag.
I mean, imagine Fetty Wap in a stroller covered in shit. And I'm like, no, you do need diapers. You need diapers right now. So she got me. And I'm like, man, you know what? Normally I ignore the homeless. But okay, you know what? I'm going to help you out with this one. I will go in. I will buy you diapers. I will bring them right back out here. At this stage in my life, I've never bought a diaper in my life. In fact, I phrase that I've never bought a diaper because I'm 32 and I don't have kids. I assume you can buy a diaper. I don't know. I assume I can.
They sell diapers like at Lucy's, like just
exactly.
at the store.
You were looking like a lion.
Yo, man, let me just, I'll give you $1. I get one diaper. Come on, one diaper.
Exactly. Yeah. Sure.
They probably have those in Japan, so like old businessmen smell them. Play like the panty. Anyway, sorry. That was fucked up. Continue.
I go in at a time of need once or twice.
Jesus Christ.
I go into CVS. CVS is empty. It's a Saturday, so like downtown, there's nobody in there. There's like 2 people working, and I don't even know where the diapers are. I know where the energy drinks are, and snacks and stuff. So I'm just wandering around, and there is just this, that one CVS clerk. She's like very distinguished. She's been there for like 30 years. And she's just standing at the front, drumming her fingertips, and she looks over at me, this, like, proud, obvious, like, mom of 40 children. She knows exactly what's going on. She comes over to me, and I've been wandering around aimlessly, like, can I help you? I say, yeah, I need to buy diapers. She's, okay, cool. Let me help you out there. She takes me over. The diaper aisle is right by the register. So she says, okay, so how old's your kid? I said, I don't know. So she looks at me. She says, all right. And then there's about 20 seconds of awkward silence while we look at diapers. She said, okay, male or female? And I said, I don't know. I'm thinking to myself, what does Fetty Wap wear?
And she's thinking this man is going to kidnap a child.
Yeah, exactly.
Is getting ready to kidnap a child.
Oh, yeah. So we're looking, and I decide, I'm like, all right, and I just say the kids too, because I don't know. I don't know what the kid is.
Do 2-year-olds, are they in strollers still? I don't know. Is that, yeah? Okay.
The audience
we have
yes.
audience members. This is good, yeah. Yeah, I'll just ask the audience for the, instead of wildly speculating, we just, say shit. This is great.
That's
We
good.
have more
Better than
mics.
Google.
Yeah,
You a whole ass too. You've been here for 2 whole motherfucking years, man. People get associate's degree in that same period of time.
Right?
You can't.
In that time,
master.
somebody has been qualified to manage a Ramada.
Yeah,
okay?
you can't
take a
fucking
couple
walk.
steps.
Steps. Like, come on, bro.
All right, yeah.
shit's
If you can graduate from CCA,
You can't even stop
fucking
pooping on
graduate
yourself.
From diapers. I picked some diapers. They were $9.99. I go up to the register and buy them.
Are diapers clothing? There's a tax on diapers? Like clothing or food?
I don't fucking
Pennsylvania?
know.
Eat a fucking diaper.
You guys
Clothing?
know?
No tax on diapers? Okay, thank you. All right, good. Yeah, there you go.
I would assume so much.
Well,
Wait,
because they
there's
should
tax on tampons?
because women should be
What
ashamed
the
of that.
fuck?
That's disgusting. There's of course tax on that, obviously. So Chris is standing in front of these diapers.
I bought the diapers. I'm a good person.
Well,
Sometimes. I bought the diapers. I go out. She's fucking gone. She's nowhere to be seen. Her and Fetty Wap left. And I'm walking around Market Square like an angry man, like just fuming. Like, you ever see somebody try to return a sandwich at a deli and they're just upset, really upset? That's I'm just standing around like this grim on my face. Like, what the fuck? I bought you diapers. Where are you? And I spent the rest of my entire lunch break never buying lunch, just walking around Market Square with a bag full of diapers, holding it out like a nightlight, hoping she sees me. Like, thank you for these diapers. Gone.
hold him up in the air. I have the diapers. I have the diapers.
So
Someone start handing you dollars.
I went back into CVS, and the same woman is still working there. There's nobody else. We have not said anything other than I don't know the age or the sex of the child I'm buying the diapers for. And I walk back up, and I say, hello, I need to return these diapers. She stares at me and never says a word and just hands me a $10 bill. That was all that happened.
She's probably aware of this woman, and like it might not have been the first time that it happened.
Yeah.
At that location, so
Yeah.
she's. So you know what? F her for not forewarning. You know that woman's lying.
or she thinks that Chris just failed at his kidnapping attempts, or he just didn't try very hard. He thought it was going to be way easier than it actually was, and he was like, you know what? I've been out here for like 10 minutes.
You always see a description on TV about these people that like kidnap children. They're always kind of like, if you describe them, they look like me.
Yeah.
It's always like he has a pencil-thin mustache, big nose, white.
That's great self-awareness.
So the bottom line is. The bottom line is Chris hates the homeless. I think
They're homeless,
what we're
yeah.
getting at,
And I love global warming. Though.
Right.
Not the conniving homeless. It's the conniving homeless. That's the problem. Fucking conniving.
That sounds like a book from the 50s.
Honestly, it sounds more or less like something you'd see on InfoWars. The conniving homeless.
It was like the thing before you watch Reefer Madness. You
Yeah.
watch Conniving Homeless.
Yeah.
It's like Conniving Homeless, Reefer Madness. This is how the homeless become connivers.
This is Jennifer. She's walking down the street minding her own business. Up come one of the conniving homeless. And, you know, that guy comes on. It's definitely a black guy. He doesn't have shoes on.
Jennifer's being assaulted.
Oh yeah, she's being accosted. Yeah, it's terrible.
But it's the same fucking thing that Chris just went through. He's like, hey, check it out. So I need some diapers.
Never give them the diapers. Rule number 1.
I feel like Donald Trump now. Like, the conniving rapist homeless. Some of these people are good people, I assume.
A lot of them aren't sad. Oh man. All right.
I feel like if they're asking you for money, they're probably already like on the shit list. Because like the only one time that I ever see this is not funny or anything, but like
I'm really excited to hear it now.
At a comedy podcast, this is not funny.
I feel like an asshole, not to that guy or like the homeless in general, but just like to the 6 of you guys, but or 5, whatever it is. But like, I was like, because I was walking to my internship. This was like 10 years ago, but I was walking to my internship at like 8:30 in the morning. Saw a guy on the Smithfield Street Bridge, just sitting there. Like he didn't make eye contact. He didn't talk to anybody. He was just sitting against the bridge, like, whatever. And I didn't think anything of it. I was like, great, thank you for not bothering me. And I went to my internship. But I walked in there like
just walk by the guy like, thank you. On my way.
Okay ones. But I walked in. I was like carrying my brown paper bag full of lunch and like grapes, the sandwich that and I left at like 4:30 or 5, and which was a few hours later. And I came back and it was hot because it was summertime, and the same guy is sitting in the same position against the bridge, just like same, and it's hot.
Are you sure he wasn't dead?
Not right away. But I was like, oh man. So I had like a few leftover grapes in my little grape. So I pulled it out of my bag. It was all I had left, and I didn't even say anything to him. I put it in front of him, and he just like, I don't know if you've ever seen like a sponge or a plant that you like put water on it, and it just like, because I put it in front of him, he like very slowly just went. And he took it and like the stems and all. He just like, yeah. What? Like, he didn't even make eye contact with me. He didn't say thank you. And I was like, okay, well, I'm glad I was here wasting my time at this internship so that I
should have
could.
tried something else, like the rock.
Yeah. I don't know.
The bag that the stuff was in?
Yeah, take a sock off and just like.
I was such a shitty kid. I would do that like at the spillways where there'd be a bunch of fucking fat carp.
Yeah.
Like you start throwing bread and then you run out of bread inevitably. It's like, what do you got? Oh man, I got some change. Like the fucking fish eat change. Yeah. And then you run out of change because you're a poor fat kid if you're me. And so then you start looking for rocks and they eat rocks too.
Yeah.
And the spillway, that's all they're just waiting. Anything that falls, they assume is food.
Yeah.
They're fucked.
I've done it, yeah.
This whole table is going to burst into flames.
I know. I was painted in a bad light earlier with the way but I've never force-fed rocks to the homeless. That's never
Or
happened.
to animals that don't know any better.
Yeah,
Jesus.
seriously.
Although,
Conniving, scheming.
to not seem too like I'm condemning that thought process too much, because like right there with you. When I was at Peabody's, which is now no longer there, I was seeing a friend's band, but Peabody's is this place in Ohio that it's a venue that's
Doesn't matter.
Piece of shit,
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
whatever.
Anyway, it was there. A few bands were playing. They had a green room full of like personal pan pizzas, whatever. It went down like during one of the. There were a ton of homeless people there too, or in quotes. And so this guy, I came down and.
I love this story.
Yeah, I did tell you this. Yeah, he was talking about our mutual friend Ben, and he's. Whenever I walked outside, he said like, "Hey man, I need some money for the bus," and I said, "Oh no, shh. I already effed it up." He said, "Hey man, like I just need some money." I already blew it. I need some money to get. I haven't eaten in like in like 2-3 days, whatever. I just need some money. I said, "Oh, you know what? I've got you. I'll be right back." And I walked inside. There were all these personal pan pizzas upstairs. They were a couple of hours old. I didn't care. I would have eaten one. I did. I think later, but I.
You definitely did.
You definitely did eat one.
You
Yeah.
definitely ate more than
If there's
one.
free food, Greg will eat it. That's
Yeah. But I ran upstairs and I was like, this is going to be really good. So I grabbed one of these things and I came downstairs and I said, "Hey, man, I got you covered. Like, you won't go hungry tonight. Here you go, man." And I handed it to him and he grabbed it and he goes, "Well, what I really need is money for the bus." And I said, "Oh, I can't help you if there can I?" Just pulled it back and walked away.
So you took the pizza back?
I put the pizza back, yeah. He's an asshole.
Good for you. Good for you.
You took pizza
I did the
away
same
from
thing.
a homeless man?
I took food from a homeless man. Because fuck him.
Yeah, he was asking for it.
I also have a homeless person food story, but I feel like I shouldn't even tell it because that was so much.
Do you remember?
Yeah. I want to still appear like a good person.
Well, no, because, I'm going to throw you under the bus. Remember the one time that we found that homeless guy that might have been dead on the side of the road when we lived in Southside and went and got Popeyes instead?
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
No, I totally forgot about that. Yeah.
We actually walked.
I mean, if he was already dead, what the fuck are you going to do?
Well, we saw he was
like you're probably hungry. You could think better if you're fed.
Well, yeah.
If he's already dead, go and get food.
And also, if he's not dead, good.
He was laying in front of like
Then you have Popeyes to give him when he wakes up.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean, we weren't going to give him our Popeyes. That's Popeyes.
No. Oh, but the one time so there's real fast. I'll just in the spirit of the evening. So I was actually going to Popeyes while we lived in the South Side, and there was a guy outside, and he asked for some chicken. I said, "Yeah." He's like, "Hey man, can you get me a piece of chicken?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." Or he said, "Can you get me a breast?" I said, "Sure." So I go inside. I go inside. I get like combo meal. I say, "Just throw in another piece of chicken, whatever." Like like I was gonna get 3, give me 4. I got 4. Handed him whatever, like I think a drumstick or whatever, and he's like, he takes it. He's like, "Oh yeah, I really wanted a breast though." And I was like, "Do you want chicken or not?" He's like, "Oh, I guess." I'm like, "Okay, I'll see you later." I was so angry, like unreasonably angry.
You fucked his order up.
Yeah, I fucked up his order. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
This podcast is sponsored by Yelp. Put all your reviews of feeding the homeless on Yelp.
We're gonna start taking pictures of homeless people that are in regular area, like they have their own space, like a regular area you see them every day, and just put that as an establishment on Yelp. Mark it on the Google Maps.
I
very
guarantee
disappointed with bad rating.
RaceBum.com is already taken. That's something completely different.
This is going to a horrible place. Let's talk about something else.
Okay, so I guess I'll do my what Chin's doing. As everybody's aware, August 21st was the eclipse.
Yes.
Total solar eclipse visible throughout North America.
I hadn't heard about that actually.
No one's talked about the eclipse yet.
Yeah. No, I haven't heard it.
Yeah, so it's a thing. So what happens is the moon passes in front of the sun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's the definition.
Oh, that sounds familiar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. The Earth is flat. I don't believe you.
Oh,
That's fair.
Oh, okay.
There's
I was
nothing
just
can do
about
to
I was
get
about to
past
say
that.
the same thing.
But all right, fuck you guys. But I was so moved by the fact that so many people were talking about this. This is a fucking event happening in space. This cosmic event, and so I decided to head south and go to the area of totality. So I was in Western North Carolina. I went to Asheville. The totality was just a handful of miles south and east of that, but I just dug it. I dug it in this weird period of contentious politics and this division that everybody's getting together, right? And heading south was interesting because on my way down there was like heading into Old Dixie, you know, like you're the fucking Confederate flags flying, you know, hill folk cruising around.
Who have been brought out of the woodwork now. They're like, oh, this is America now.
This is a real fucking America.
Oh,
Welcome
God.
to the real fucking America.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Fuck you and fuck off.
We'll fucking get to that. Holy
That's
shit.
a segue. But we get down there, so we're in Asheville, and it's beautiful. It's really cool to see a bunch of weirdos hanging out in preparation for a cosmic event, like something we can unify about, something we can get together. It's like, fuck, man, like fuck our differences. Like there's a giant star burning in the sky that eventually is going to be extinguished, and we are going to be fucking rocks on a small pebble floating through the cosmos, floating through the multiverse. Like, but for a second, we get to see what happens when like all that energy goes away. This life-sustaining energy for just like a handful of seconds when it shouldn't, right? Like not at night, like when it shouldn't.
I was going to say we have it goes away every day. Actually,
Right. But when it shouldn't, like all of a sudden it's fucking 1 p.m. and then the next minute it's midnight, right? So if that happened for too long, we just we'd die.
Yeah,
we'd
of course.
freeze to death.
Yeah.
So I thought that was neat, dude. So I may or may not have ingested things that adjusted my perception of the world around me and went out to be around all of these other fucking people, experience the excitement.
Were they small rocks and coins like you would feed to a fish?
I haven't done that since I was like fucking 10, man. But like it was, no, man, seriously, like no shit. Like in 1,000 years, if this thing is still doing its thing and we still have things that think about things that people did before them.
And drugs.
Like people are gonna be like, wait a minute. So these motherfuckers drove like 1,000 miles from where they were to watch this thing pass in front of another thing. That's kind of a big deal. Like if the Aztecs did that, like or some civilization prior to us did that, we'd be like, oh, that's fucking interesting. Let's go check out those ruins. But I mean, I was in some like weird park at the the pinnacle or the apex or the highest point in Asheville with like an obelisk commemorating General Lee's cock and a bunch of progressive people, hanging out around it. But the point is, right? Everybody's coming out, and it really gave me hope. It gave me like a sense of like appreciation and love and awe, and like we can do this, guys. Like we can do this, even in the heart of what could be one of the areas that divides us. Like we can do this. And I'm laying there, and I'm watching the moon, work its way in front of the sun, and all of a sudden I hear just this like. And I don't pay attention to it at first. And I look up. And there's this fucking white guy who looks like you filled a shopping bag with water, right? You fill a shopping bag with water or a garbage bag with water. You put a belt on it. You throw a T-shirt over it. It says, "My ancestors matter." And it has a "Don't tread on me" flag. And he's wearing a military cap. Like, this guy looks like he was about to burst. And this is the moment. I'm like, dude, like you don't even see that. We're all looking up here. You're down here, fucking walking around with my ancestors. Like, this moment matters, man. Like you plodding around, and I couldn't help but to think, like, yep, we're fucked. We're totally fucked.
Was this guy like protesting or like trying to
No,
to
he was just trying
something?
to be like he was existing, letting everyone know that he's the disenfranchised
he feels
majority.
trod upon.
Right.
Yeah.
Like we could just completely extinguish every fucking thing on this planet, and then the universe wouldn't care. Like
No.
we could just like I feel like I relate to the supervillain that just like the only thing that matters is like the total extinction of the universe. Anything outside of that doesn't matter. Nothing that happens on this little blue ball matters to the universe at all in the slightest bit. Like we could all be gone tomorrow, and the fucking galaxy wouldn't have a hiccup. Like
No.
That's how I justify many of my actions.
yeah, none of it matters. matters at all. Like, it's like we're down here fighting. And yeah, I mean, you're right. Like, I mean, we're fighting over these petty squabbles or whatever. And like, yeah, you know, like, but at the same time, I mean, we could just hit a button at some point. We have as humans, we have the ability to wipe ourselves.
We just need
out.
like
We're
8
doing it
people to hit the
slowly,
button.
but we can speed it up. Like, you know, I mean, I don't know. Would the universe, like, you know, be better?
And like that's all it takes is one cunt.
Over Mars.
You know, like you have like 10,000 people, like or I don't know how many people were there, maybe 5,000 people. 5,000 people, half of which were on drugs, good drugs that make you love the people around you. And somehow this dude missed the fucking memo. Take this drug, and for like 2 hours you're gonna be like, what the fuck am I wearing? Like, this looks ridiculous. I drew on this with a Sharpie. Like,
Everyone here is actually really nice. What's wrong with me?
I haven't been hugged in a week. Like, what I really want is a hug. Like, hey, can you give me a hug? You know, I'm going to take this off, and I want to feel you hugging me. You know, that's really what it is.
Sometimes I wish that I could go up to people like that and be like, hey, man, you know, it seems like you need a hug. But I feel like I'm not the person that can do that.
Nope.
No, like
I gotta say, like with the eclipse, like this was something that was so hyped up, and it, you know, the last time, what was 1978 was the last time we saw this, or 77?
I think like visible in North America, but I don't know. We can call it hyped up. I mean, it's a fucking cosmic event. Like,
No.
it's a thing to have. It's not like the
Listen.
It's not like the Mayweather McGregor fight.
the universe is like, yo.
Hyped up.
It's
Like,
gonna
this
get real
is a
dark.
thing.
But I mean, a cosmic event, like if there was like a cosmic, like, you know, association around the universe, and they heard us like getting hyped over eclipse, they like, you little peons, like.
It's like I could literally get in a spaceship and just go to where they're lined up at any time.
Yeah, well,
You wanna see a-
bastard wormholes?
Yeah.
No, but I feel like those aliens, since we don't have spaceships, they'd be like, good on you, little brothers. Like, you guys can't fucking get anywhere, so this is a big deal to you. Like, that's cool. Like,
But no, like if like a
brothers and sisters.
civilization has, like, let's say there's an alien civilization that has existed for eons longer than us. They have records of it, and they've seen supernovas come and go, and black holes form, and, you know, deform, whatever. And they look at, like, just like from our point of view, one planet lines up with one moon, we get excited, and they're like, well, that's just like your opinion, man. It doesn't look like shit from us. Because it looks like nothing anywhere else. Nothing's actually happening.
Yeah, like, There's like the,
I got like part of my brain went really Pittsburgh for like a minute because I actually I totally forgot about it, and I was sitting in my chair and I was like, oh wait, it's like kind of dark out. Oh, the eclipse is like right now. So I went outside and I looked up. I was like, okay. I looked around like bunch of idiots going outside staring up at the sun. What are you doing? It don't matter.
You know, I caught a lot of shit because I didn't care about it. I like, you know, there were people taking off work, and I'm like, whatever, the fuck ever. I don't care about this. I really don't. And everybody at work they gave us time. They said, hey, no, like from I think it was like 1:45 to like 3:30. Like, if you want to take time, go and look at this. You're not going to see this again, possibly in your lifetime. And I was pessimistic about it. I was like, I really don't care. I don't. I'm just going to keep working and doing what I do. And finally, like, I caved, and I said, all right. So somebody gave me these stupid fucking glasses, and they said, go out and just take a second not to be an asshole and just experience this. Experience the cosmos.
I say this to you all the time.
You do. And I never listened to you. But
No.
you know what? I listened this time, and I said, all right. And I sat there for a second. The glasses were on my desk. I grabbed them. I said, I'm going to take this time for myself. I'm just going to go out in the middle of the city. There's this beautiful, like, place that I knew that I could go to and just experience this for 5 minutes in the middle of a workday where I could be at peace and know that this is a one-time thing that I'm going to have for myself, that I don't have to share this with anybody. I just have this for myself, and I hype myself up for this. And I
You
said,
sound like
okay.
a single woman,
like a
getting
Jimmy John sub. Like, I don't wanna share this
drinking
with
like getting a bottle of wine.
Yeah. So, you know what? I'm taking that. Like, it was a rough work day. And I said, okay, I'm going to go do it. And I did it. And I looked, and it was a little bit perfect for me. It was just, I saw this. I was by myself. And it was beautiful to actually see. I put the glasses on. I thought, I was wrong about this. I was truly wrong. This is actually an amazing thing that I'm dealing with. And right at that moment, I heard somebody say, can I have a little bit of change? I'm homeless. And I went, motherfucker! The conniving homeless! Ruining everything for me!
I thought you were going to go outside. It was going to be cloudy, and you're just going to like dejectedly put your head down and drop the glasses and just go back to work. Let's just think about how, like, so back in the day, so like early astronomers, like like Aztecs and ancient Greeks and before lots of science was happening. Like, can you imagine how fucking weird that like early astronomers seemed to other people? They're like, dude, what are you doing every night? He's like, I'm just looking at all the stuff. Like, why? Like, because they're like, I want to see I see if I can predict where they're going to go. And they're like, dude, they're gods, man. What the fuck are you talking about?
This is exactly like having the conversation with your fucking Yinzer neighbor that you do a podcast. It's like, oh my God, Jins, what Jins doing? Yinzer going on there recording your voice. Where's that going to? Where's that going to? What Jin's doing? Oh my God. Hey, Jimmy, these guys, they do a radio show. It's all over the world. Like, no, man, we got like a few thousand downloads. That's good. It's like, no, they're in the internet. They're in the internet. It's the same thing, man. It's the same shit.
I've had that conversation so many times with you.
When you try to explain what a podcast is to people who don't know what it is.
It's like the radio, but...
Jin's here, Jim Crenn.
It's on radio with Jimmy Crenn.
How to tune in? I'm like, you got to go on. You got an iPod, or you're like, who? I'm like, it's on your iPhone. I just use it to call. Like,
my wife got this for me. I don't know what to do with it. Won't shut up.
I can't even dial out. I just wait for her to call me.
Anytime I want to be sarcastic with someone who's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see your email, and I'm like, oh, it's okay because like I'm one of the privileged few, and I try my best to get Tom Brokaw's tone of voice from like 1994 or 5. I try to say, it's okay because like I have this thing, and it's called the internet. It's just because, as it it's weird how much happened since then, but
it is really annoying whenever you try to connect with people who don't have the internet. It's really it's a hard thing to do.
No.
No, he's the exact opposite of a hippie.
Yeah.
He is.
This is a wig. Yeah.
But he doesn't have the internet or his cell phone. So it's
And I don't.
Yeah, like I didn't know about.
Let's give it up for the J-Man not having a fucking cell phone. Jesus Christ.
No, don't clap for that. Bullshit.
No, you're just pissed because you want to get rid of all that shit and you can't.
No, absolutely not.
I agree with you, sir, because I want to get rid of all this shit.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to be a fucking beach bum somewhere and I want to be a conniving homeless. If I could be a conniving homeless, I would be a conniving ass motherfucking homeless because this extra shit is hard, man. It's hard.
Chris,
It's hard
less than
being
24 hours ago, you complained about I couldn't get information to you about this particular event because I haven't seen you in a month. And he was like, you have a phone.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Chris did say he did.
Have the internet, you don't use it. You're the worst. Like,
Yeah.
you don't even have an excuse. Like,
Listen, I'm a 1%er, okay?
Oh, Chris definitely last night used the 90s excuse. I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, that was...
Yeah, he said that.
So
I kind of wish I could still use that though.
how do I back out of this
Oh,
fast?
sorry, I just haven't seen you in a while.
But
Yeah,
that's like early 90s, man. That's like 95.
Seinfeld shit.
yeah. Or like every movie before, like every 80s movie where you're like, this whole movie wouldn't happen at all if they just had a cell phone.
Yeah.
Like the whole movie.
I didn't have any chains on. Ran out of quarters.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, most of history, just like the bubonic plague. Hey, Kyle. Yeah, it's the rats. Like, hey, you just get rid of the rats.
Also,
That's it.
cats aren't witches. Don't kill them. They kill the rats, and then we'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Vernon. No, don't throw the tea in the river. It's not going to be good for you. Literally, England doesn't like that.
That would be the most nefarious, like, supervillain plot ever if they went back in time and just said, like, some stupid shit like that. Like, hey, man, I don't know about this whole tea thing.
But that's how the
wanna get rid
real
of tea.
fucking America was made.
No.
Oh.
Which
Yeah.
I feel like...
Should I mention
what
that?
Jin's been up to.
Oh, okay, so I have a fun story. I actually haven't even told J-Man the whole thing. Greg kind of summed it up earlier. So I had this person who was working for me doing entertainment shows, and he was cool initially. I think he might have developed some kind of issue, like an addiction issue, maybe. And so, cause the last time I saw him, he looked kind of strung out. And so I went to talk to him about rearranging some of his stuff. He wasn't responding. Eventually, I went to his house, knocked on the door, talked to his roommate, said, like, hey, man, just tell him I was by. Next day, I get this fucking crazy text message. This is one text message here. I'm going to pull this up. For those of you at home listening, I'm pulling out four pieces of paper that are stapled together because it's all one text message.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
fucking.
Yeah, it's basically just like him losing his mind about like me trying to talk to him. But he says, I'm just going to get a little excerpt here. Says this is
I don't know where to begin. Actually,
this is really no. I'm just going to go. This is poignant for the climate of the current country, current America. He says. So take blah blah, take your blah. Lose my motherfucking number. Let's brawl, buddy. Ain't no liberal crybaby here. How fucking dare you drive to my home at midnight and pound on my door? My roommate had his gun cocked and ready to go. Welcome to real America. Fuck you and fuck off. Which I'm pretty sure, like he was like so close to just saying the N-word, just so close to saying it.
He said everything.
Yeah, he said everything you could possibly say around it.
But throughout this text message, he threatened to shoot you, have his dog eat you 3 times. The dog should have eaten you. His roommate should have shot you. He will shoot you. He will also fight you.
Yeah.
Let's draw the line at racial slurs. I can't do it. I can't do it. I haven't done enough drugs to call you the N-word. I just can't.
Yeah.
But
that reminds me of like Hulk Hogan or whatever, and like he had like the sex tape had leaked or whatever.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, oh my God, like he said the N-word a bunch of times. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? In this sex tape that leaked, right? But like the sex tape was with like his best friend's wife. So like everybody was like oh my God, he said the N-word, and I'm like, yeah, but he was sleeping with his best friend's wife. That makes him a bigger piece of shit in my because like there's no society where like sleeping with your best friend's wife is cool, like unless you're on that extra like marital shit. Like I mean, even Klan members, if you sleep with like the Klan head's wife, like he's gonna kick you out of the Klan. Like y'all not cool anymore. Like y'all can be racist together, like I mean, but you can't sleep with my wife, like and like
when
you
in
can
Rome.
at least like you blame it on a bad childhood, like he was raised that way, like right? But like you're just a piece of shit. You sleep with somebody, your best friend's wife. Like nobody's mom raised them to sleep with their best friend's wife. Like you're not a product.
Not
of your
intentionally,
environment.
anyway.
Yeah, not exactly.
Maybe by example.
I don't know. I just was like, you guys are focused on the wrong shit. Like,
You should fuck his roommate.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. I didn't see the guy face to face. So I don't know. Maybe. I feel like
I'll show you. I'll sex your roommate.
go.
That's the text right there too. I'll sex your roommate. Yeah. These are
Almost
turn
several
his
things I didn't
butthole
think
into a wind tunnel. That's happening.
I'm gonna sex you both. Prepare for the sexing.
and not in colloquial terms. It's like I am going to sex you and your roommate. Prepare yourself.
What you mean is just identify them with like sexes they don't identify with.
Yeah.
It's like, your sex is female.
This is the guy who brought us beer, by the way, at one point.
Yeah. Well, we're not going to say who it is. Or,
Yeah, we're not going to dox this guy.
No.
I'm just saying, like,
No.
it's. Like
I was thinking about it because, like, in reading that, I got real angry.
Do you think this guy's
yeah.
gonna take an hour out to listen to this?
I don't know. Maybe.
No, he's at a methadone clinic, sucking someone's dick for methadone at the clinic where they gave it to you for free.
And that's because he likes to suck dick, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No, he
there's
just
nothing
wants more
wrong with
methadone.
He just wants more dick.
Well, he probably wants both.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, shit. If I was
Dick
gay,
season, methadone season, dick season.
Well, I think that if there weren't a stigma against a lot of things, then nothing would get done in society ever. Because it'd be like you see like just somebody you're attracted to, it'd be like, so right now, and they'd be like, yeah,
Cool.
yeah, you just no work would get done. You'd go and yeah, it would be ridiculous.
So is this where we're establishing a revolution where we should just fuck in public? That's what we're saying, because these social norms or mores, they weren't established by us because we don't have to I'm just building your dream
Right.
when I'm part of this 9 to 5 thing.
I'm gonna say no because there's a lot of people out there I don't want to see fuck.
Yeah, I still
Yeah,
think,
dude,
like,
but you
should
can't
still
do that. You
get
can't
into
just
sex.
get, like, you can't have all the sex you want and deny other people's sex. Like, what you do...
Well, I'm saying I'm willing to not have sex in public so I don't have to see other people have sex in public.
I'm willing to see weird people have sex in public for the sovereignty to also have sex in public.
I don't know. I feel it might get old fast.
Yeah.
Like the first couple times you'll be like, oh, look at those two. Holy shit. But then you come out of the story like, can you guys just not right now? I'm about to eat.
Oh,
I can smell it from here.
The smells like
Yeah.
you're walking down the street.
Yeah,
Nah,
I don't need that.
Like
Use
splashes.
condoms everywhere. Yeah. People can't dispose properly of cigarette butts. You think that condoms are just not going to be everywhere then? They're going to be everywhere.
That's
Think of the grossest
assuming
place.
people use condoms, man. Like,
Oh, God. Think of the grossest place you ever found a cigarette butt. You're going to find condoms there. Like in like a used...
what is the grossest place you ever found?
what I'm going to go ahead and say is you're at a party. There are used cans. Yeah, there's that. Yep, and you go to drink a can and nothing comes out, and you're like, wait a minute. And you go, and it's being...
Keep your hand on your drink. Don't take somebody else's drink. That's nasty. That's your mistake right there.
I'm actually going to one-up you.
Okay. You're going to... Okay. Please do.
I recently got a puppy.
Okay.
So when you get a puppy, you know, that's a commitment. That's a commitment right there. And I got to say, like, you know, I'm pretty good at raising dogs. I've been doing it my entire life. But one of the things that I don't think people realize that aren't dog people is actually getting the dog to walk appropriately. That's something you have to train a dog to. Don't pick that up off the ground is one of the things. So I have a talk with my dog, and I say, hey, you're not going to pick up anything up off the ground. And he says, okay. So we're outside of Howler's, and he says, hey, I know we talked about this, but I really want to put those crusty panties in my mouth that are outside of Howler's. And I say, no, you can't do that. We have terms and agreements, and you signed something with your paw. No, you can't do that. And he says, no, I'm going to do that. And so that happened. And I have to
Were there
pull...
condoms in the panties?
I'm not done with the story.
Okay, all right. Sorry, continue.
We have 13 minutes left. You've got plenty of time to go.
There's
Not that much longer.
I love this hush that has fallen over the audience.
I know, because they're like, what's going to happen?
Yeah, that's okay. So,
But, I mean, now it's kind of destroyed. Yeah, so the dog, obviously, the next thing he picks up is a just raw dog condom sitting there on the middle of the road. Now, what do you do at that point? Do you say, hey, that's a condom. That's in my dog's mouth, in my puppy's mouth. Do I take it out and like shame him for this, or do I just throw the puppy in the garbage because I don't want whatever disease?
because I'm not touching that condom.
Yeah, like there's a reason that person wore a condom. I mean, and whatever reason that is now in my puppy's mouth. So what do you do with that?
So,
Has the dog kissed you in the mouth since then?
I forgot white people do that.
yeah.
Don't let anybody. I mean, I hope that you don't let anybody do that to begin with, because that's
I see the pictures online, like, oh my god, like they eat their own shit, like, and like they're like, oh, but the dog's mouth is cleaner, but like, yo, he just ate shit, like he literally.
There's some shit in there right now.
There's
Definitely
of shit like on his tongue still. He didn't get it all. Like, man.
It's like whenever somebody who refuses to use the bidet says that their butt is as clean as yours.
That's
Ridiculous.
absurd.
Ridiculous.
If you don't have a bidet, your ass is not cleaner than mine.
No. They should. You know what? We should. I don't know why we don't have fucking baby wipes in bathrooms,
Yeah,
man. That
absolutely.
should be if it's not a bidet, I like the bidet.
Yeah.
But I mean, baby wipes, like, why not? I mean, that's how the.
Yeah. How
absolutely.
can we be the number one country on earth? The number one. That's us.
Right.
Number
That's
one.
all. Of course.
We're
of course.
making it great again without baby wipes in bathrooms.
No idea.
You wanna make America great again? Put baby wipes in bathrooms.
No more shitty assholes.
Put baby wipes in bathrooms. Put Lysol wipes in public restrooms. So we can just clean that piss it off myself real quick.
Yep.
A little, you know, like, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I
Just
gotta,
get a
like,
light.
I travel a bunch or whatever, and I'm always out of my house or whatever. So, like, you know, I tend to shit in public a lot. That's just the thing. You know, it comes with comedy. That's what they don't tell you about comedy. You know what I mean, so if you ever want to be a comedian, that's cool. Just make sure you know you got to shit in public a lot, right? So I got a whole 6, like, you know, step system or whatever, and I layer it down, and it's a whole ordeal.
Right.
But that could be like
That's
a 5
reasonable.
minute, you know, with the little, and, you know,
You have like a bathroom briefcase. You just come in, set it down.
But I mean, if I knew that, like I've been to establishments that had great bathrooms, and I go there. I go to the establishments that I know have shittable bathrooms. Like, I mean, like, because I'm like, I can get a burger here, or I can have a shit and a hot dog here. Like, you know what I mean? So I go there. So I don't know. If you own a business,
I'm just visualizing you like you look like an assassin. You have like a really like a case. All your bathroom stuff's in it.
No, I was imagining just more like
Set
a
it down, open it
businessman
up.
with like a carry-on bag and it has wheels and you're on your way to the bathroom.
Fred Flintstoning it?
Yeah, like just
You were
trying to
just
get
beating your feet
like-
against the floor
Yeah,
like you have a
gotta take
stone
shit,
car.
man. You're not taking a shit in public unless you really have to take a shit. Nobody's like, I think I might have to take a shit. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna go up and
Let
see.
me just sit down and see.
Let's see.
Sit down for a while. Take a load off.
What do you know? I didn't have to shit.
let's just paper it down and see what happens. Got some time to kill.
That's my favorite quote so far. Let's just paper it down and see what happens.
This man in the next stall has some nice shoes.
So
Never once in my life have I not gone into a fucking public bathroom like never once.
At least a brisk walk.
Yeah.
that's because you're regulated. I'm an unregulated motherfucker. Like, I just use public bathrooms because I never know what's going to come out of me.
So you're the person who is the culprit when you walk into the bathroom and you go, what happened in here?
Absolutely.
We may have talked about this on this podcast before. But like, okay, you ever walk into a bathroom and someone has shit in the urinal?
I mean, I've never shit in a urinal because that's vindictive. That's
Well, how do you do it? Like, how do you do it?
you put your butt on a urinal and you
That's-
poop.
I know how you do it, but I mean, how do you make sure that? Because I've never caught anyone doing it. Is the point?
How do you make sure you don't get herpes?
Right.
How often does that happen?
how-
You're not going to catch somebody. That's like seeing the fucking eclipse every 27
Exactly.
years.
No,
That's
that's
not
not
true. No,
I've
people
seen
walk
way
into
more
public
urinal
bathrooms all the
shits
time.
than I have eclipses.
Absolutely.
I've seen one eclipse. I've seen numerous urinal shits.
So many urinal shits.
That is such a Facebook timeline quote at the top there of your page.
Between now and 2024, I'll probably see at least 2 urinal shits.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Hands down. Hands
If you
down.
go to the movies, you're going to see way more than that.
I will be the captain to
Why is the urinal shit? Every time I see it, though, it's a loose stool.
Oh yeah.
When you see it, it's always. It's not a log.
Because here's why. Because if we're talking about specifically about the movies here, like, because in the movie theater, people have been sitting in a movie for a long time and trying not to shit. So like they're coming in there cocked and loaded, like even beyond that point, like it's about to come out, and you can't just sit in like a lounge on the urinal. You know, like someone's going to come in eventually, so you have to be in and out.
Yeah,
you know. Yeah. So. Exactly. Yeah. So
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
door, like, tell me if somebody.
Exactly. Yeah. It's usually a 2-person job.
That statement.
Yeah.
That statement presupposes that all of the shitters are full and you're left with only the urinal.
No, because the urinals are always the front of the bathroom. So I'm assuming like that person comes in, they come in, they go to the first urinal and they blast one out.
So it's just proximity.
Yeah.
But I think, if there's, my thing is I come in there like, unless it's one of those ground dips, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to choose a sink before a urinal.
You can at least do like the upper part of a dip, like just like
just
hover,
hover or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, but I'm going to choose that before the urinal because you can't paper that down. Like,
Right.
that's straight ass to porcelain contact.
Yeah.
You know what I mean,
Yeah,
so,
ass to pee porcelain contact.
the A to P. And there's herpes in that. Like,
Hey, we're going A to P.
They always hit the back of the urinal and it sticks like a no-bake cookie that somebody
Yeah.
dunked in a glass of water.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm glad everybody kind of like threw up a little bit when I said that. That's what I was going for, and I succeeded.
No, but I feel like this is the kind of shit that brings people together, man. You know,
Because
like,
we've all-
nobody
we've all
wants to
seen it.
urinal shit.
We've all seen it. We don't have any females on the podcast right now, but like just audience members, just show of hands. Women that have seen like real nasty shits in the laser and like you open a stall and you're like, oh my god, just real fast. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
We got one.
All right,
So
yeah.
it's-
I feel like it
That
happens.
is about 1% of the audience.
No. I've told that they're
10%.
worse.
Women's bathrooms always look like a Ren and Stimpy cartoon when it gets to the disgusting part. Like it's always like the weird boogers and shit, and I've never, I'm not in a women's bathroom all that often, but this is just going from people telling me this.
Of course.
I don't understand how that works, because I mean, like, they don't have the like aim or anything. Like, it's just like it's all there. Like they have, like it's there. Like, I mean, you don't. Like you get like, I mean, with us, it's like, oh, we got to aim if we don't care.
You're always
toilet seats, and it's a whole process, and then sometimes it sprays weird. Yeah,
I literally just explained that the other day. Spraying weird.
Yeah,
just
it's
explained it the other
weird.
day.
Yeah, you don't even always know.
You wake up in the morning, you got some morning wood happening, right?
Yeah.
Right. You have to lean over.
Yep.
And you start going and just like sprays out for a second, a weird angle.
Mine usually goes hard left.
There you go.
That's what I'm saying. It'll go, I can do a hard little left over here, whatever. But I mean, and that's how the bathrooms get dirty, because we got hoses, and sometimes we don't give a fuck about it. But like women, you got like, it's right there. Like it's
You're shooting from point blank range every time.
Exactly.
There's a mouse in the
I
hose.
mean, how are you missing? How are you missing in that? Are you just bending over and just like fuck it into the whole stall? Like, I don't.
Well, I've heard that sometimes the disgustingness isn't necessarily pee or poop, but feminine products and things like that. So that's a.
There was a guy. Now, it ruined. There was a coworker of mine. It ruined his entire morning because it was at the museum where I used to work. The maintenance guy wasn't even a janitor or anything. He spent the entirety of the morning. He got there at 7 a.m. He didn't finish until just after lunchtime. His lunch was effed, but he had there was a toilet clogged, like there was water all over the floor for whatever reason. There was no drain, and it was a pair of shitty underwear. This was the women's bathroom, by the way, like way down in there that he had to snake out. Like, there's a trash can right there.
Yeah,
but that's just that's a choice. That's not an accident. That's a choice. Don't make that choice. Be a better person.
Maybe the person who flushed those on the toilet like knows another person who also uses that bathroom on the regular, and that person knows what pairs of underwear that first person owns.
Yeah, I'd be more inclined to throw
like-
them out the window than I would to throw them in the garbage.
Well, because I've if you say you're dating somebody or something, you're familiar with like some of their pairs of underwear, right?
Sure.
If you see them on the you see them like, oh wow, yeah, if they wear them, you're like, I've seen those before.
I got these funny ass underwear. Like I used to travel a lot, and they're you just sometimes you run out of underwear, and you're working, and you buy a pair, and they're like bright ass blue Tommy Hilfiger underwear. If I shit my pants and somebody found this, they'd be like, dude, did you shit your pants?
You shit your
fucking leave them in the garbage can? You fucking scumbag.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I did. I shit my pants.
I think men underwear is maybe more easily identifiable because they're simple and like
Yeah,
like,
that's
women
fair.
have all kind of shit.
Well, that's the thing. I think theirs is more easily identifiable because they're like they don't usually buy packs. Like sometimes like they do, but like there's it's usually like you have to if you see a woman checking out like Victoria's Secret, it's like 8 hangers of like one underwear each, and they're all different. So it's like they're all unique underwear. So like I feel like it's like, oh yeah, no, that's I know that pair of underwear and they're shitted, and I'm gonna have a conversation with that person later.
I love how we're being the authority on women's underwear. Right
Absolutely.
now.
Well, we wildly speculate. That's a key part of the podcast.
Trump's America. Women don't count anymore.
Right. This is Trump's America. Yeah. This.
I look
So
at these a lot
anyways-
while I'm in the store.
So anyways, I got the condom out of the puppy's mouth.
So you're telling me that I'm gonna be a distance away from your dog all the time?
Well, no, because the end of the story is like, Day said. I mean, white people do really disgusting things with their dog, but I justified it. I didn't have to wash his mouth out or anything because right as soon as we got home, he went down into the yard and he ate a big pile of shit. And I figured that's going to kill all of the weird diseases out of the condom. So,
you know that
like, I can take puppy kisses again.
Poop isn't alcohol or any kind of antiseptic. It's literally the opposite. It's the exact opposite of that.
I'm not any sicker right now.
That's because you personally can't get any sicker than you usually are.
So I feel like this is the thing. I feel like we've uncovered the things that really divide us. It's not politics or issues about gender or cosmic events. It's we have far more fucking valid, tangible reasons to be divided. Like, what the fuck do you let your dog do?
Yeah.
You know, what's your position on homeless people?
What do you do when you
know,
shit-
like, how
when-
do you treat do you buy diapers or not?
When you
know,
shit your
like-
pants, do you throw them away or do you flush them down the toilet?
Right. These are the things that we really need to be talking about. I feel like this is an America United.
Yeah. Well,
This is
so-
why aliens don't come,
Yeah.
because they can't figure out
Ancestors.
the urinals and where we're shitting and stuff. They're looking at this and they're like, no.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, aliens. Yeah, yeah.
Be on the good
So-
team.
Well,
So we have literally about 30 seconds left. So I'd like to thank Dave for sitting in with us.
thanks,
Thank you,
man.
So we'll go around the table. Everybody say goodbye. Let's go the reverse order. So Chris, say bye.
Thank you, everybody. Goodbye.
Dan,
See you guys soon.
Greg,
Until next time.
J-Man.
See ya.
Yeah, thanks everybody for coming out. That was Grown Up Human Comic People. On the next episode, hairless pets. Weird. So thanks. Good night. Good night.
Everybody.
Stick around.